Welcome to our discussion on Indira Gandhi National Open University, or also known as IGNO. Today we will be exploring the possibilities of this very institute and what it has to offer to the thousands and millions of students out there, shaping education and also helping communities in general. Let's get to know a little bit more about IGNO on this discussion today. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your presence here. Can you kindly give yourself an introduction before we begin?
Yes, sure. First of all, greetings and namaste to all our viewers here. I am Dr. Premila Swami, Regional Director from IGNO Regional Center, Kohima here.
Okay, ma'am. Starting off with the very first question here about IGNO Institute, can you provide an overview of Indira Gandhi National Open University and its functioning, including its mission and objectives?
We basically function in the kind of three-tier system. So, we have our headquarters in New Delhi, where we have different school of studies. We have around 21 schools of studies which offer and different programs. Let's say the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, Health Sciences, Law and Agriculture, you name it, you have the list with you. So, this is the one tier at the functional level, and then there are 57 regional centers spread across the country.
Okay.
And then it's not just the country, we have a global presence. That means we work in an international level. We cater to the needs of the international students as well. So, 57 regional centers are spread and across all the states, and under each regional center we have the learner support centers, which we call as LSCs.
Okay.
So, this is how the three-tier system it functions. Right above we have the headquarters, and then we have the regional centers, and then in the state within its jurisdiction we have the learner support centers.
Okay.
So, this is how we have to provide education. And then when I say education, we are also looking at in terms of high quality education.
Okay.
That's our vision and goal of the IGNO, to see that education is spread to all through open and distance learning mode.
Okay.
So, this is one of the largest open university, because we provide education through open and distance learning mode. Largest open university in the world. That's how we make, not just we function within the length and breadth of the country, but we have made our presence felt globally as well.
Okay, great. All right, now shifting to the next question here. What range of academic programs does IGNO offer across various disciplines, like you were just mentioning, and also what are the benefits of pursuing these programs?
Yes. See, as I mentioned, there are 21 schools of studies, and the different programs, right from certificate programs to doctoral level programs. So, let me name a few. We have certificate programs,
Okay.
and then we have postgraduate certificate programs, postgraduate diploma programs, diploma programs,
Okay.
And bachelor's degrees programs, and master's degree programs, and postdoctoral level research programs as well. Of course, research programs and B.Ed programs and few other programs are entrance based, but rest remaining programs, the UG level program or the PG level program, these are being designed and designed by the respective schools in the headquarters, and the content and the curriculum, it is not just the in-house faculty who are designing that. We have the team and the experts drawn from different universities across the country as well as globally, who design this curriculum and the content and so on, and the regional centers are disseminating. We deliver it to across the learners who are aspirants. So, see, every year we have these admissions which is going on in January and in July sessions. So, we have admissions in the year, we have 2 cycles which is going on, the admissions. So, any aspiring candidate, whether they want to pursue a master's degree or a bachelor's degree, based on the requirements, whether someone wants to advance one's career, or it could be for employment and job opportunities, or someone who has missed taking admission in a conventional university. So, the opportunities, it's a plethora of programs available. I must tell you, if you look at the IGNO website, there are just the figures will tell you 333 is the number of programs that we offer right now, and then we have 30 lakh over 30 lakh students enrolled across the country as well as outside the country as well. So, this is how we function, and then this content whatever we receive in terms of SLM, what we call this as study materials, self learning materials.
Okay.
So, the aspiring candidate, whoever it may be, first has to find out which kind of a particular program he or she is willing to take up based on his choices, preferences, requirements. There are different skill based programs as well, or certificate 6 months programs as well, just for a sake of career advancement or for a job opportunity and so on. So these programs the candidate has to choose from whenever the admissions. Right now we have this July admissions going on. So it's going on this July admission. Those who are willing to take up their course of study further, they can opt for various programs whichever is suitable for them. And then take look at these opportunity. As I mentioned, there is a large wide range, a diverse range of possibilities in front of the aspiring. Only the passion and the urge has to be there to see and find out exactly what is suitable for one's career advancement or job or whatsoever. So I think this is a better platform. So, so the admission process, in July when it begins, right now it's extended till 31st, the admission right now. So the candidate has to look at the website, and usually the admissions, go on through the Samarth portal. So once they go to the Samarth portal, they can find out where they are located. Accordingly, they can choose a regional center. And then it will also ask for which is the closest learner support center they want to take up. So they have to one after the other click there, and they have to register there, and then as any other procedures they have to supporting documents like photographs and educational background and so on. All these documents has to be uploaded, and then they have to register. So it all takes just a couple of hours to get all these. Once your documents are ready, you have to get. So it all happens this way, and then once your admission is being processed at the headquarters, and then it is confirmed, the candidate gets an enrollment number. So the enrollment number is a 10-digit number which the candidate will use until the program gets over. He or she, the program is completed. So this is the way, like when we are talking about open and distance learning, you can see how the education is right at your doorstep. You are supposed to grab the opportunity, find which is the one which is suitable for you, and then everything is there.
So now, ma'am, moving on to the next question here. Can you walk us through the admission process at IGNO, and also including eligibility criteria, application procedures, and important deadlines? You mentioned earlier, but we want to know a little bit more detail on it as well.
See, first thing I want to make something clear to our viewers is 3 things. First thing, we are IGNO looks at high-end quality education is one thing. And then if you look at the entire system of the way it functions, you can see that it has this concept called flexibility. What kind of flexibility the learner is going to get, I am going to talk in a couple of minutes. And then if you look at all the programs and the fee structure that is involved, I mean, it's very cost effective, very pocket friendly. So in terms of affordability, in terms of flexibility, and in terms of offering a quality education, there we stand out. There IGNO becomes unique. So now I have already touched upon the quality in terms of ensuring how things function, in ensuring how the quality of the content and materials are developed, and this is not something that we are just only providing printed books. There is this digital intervention. That technology has invaded all our lives. So is education. So we use ample use of technology. So it's not just the print media supply through books. Years back, correspondence, we used to call this correspondence courses. Nowadays no one talks about this, because no longer we are looking at something the term has completely become obsolete. So why it has become obsolete is this open and distance learning a system. What IGNO has tried to adapt is the digital intervention. So it's not just the print media, as I've mentioned. We use digital resources, web enabled platforms. I'm going to talk about that, even how a learner is not just going to study through the text books, and also how it is different from a conventional system. See, let me talk to our viewers, saying that in a conventional university or in a college, what happens is there is a rigid framework. You take your admission during and finish your admission process within a fixed deadlines. You have a regular timetable. You have a conventional system where you have to attend the classes, and your exams are periodically taken, and you have to function accordingly, whatever is being fixed for you. That is a framework. But here things are designed in such a way that it's more suitable for the learner. because we are catering as an open and distance education platform, we are catering to the needs and requirements of a very heterogeneous population. So, when I mean heterogeneous population, it means that learners from various backgrounds, we have a student just passed out, a graduate who is aspiring to take up a PhD program or a master's program, or a person who is almost on the verge of retirement, but still he has a passion towards learning, or there will be someone from a rural area, a rural background, a very distantly located, geographical located, where somebody would have been some kind of aspirations. So, that is why we cater to the needs of an heterogeneous population. So, looking at this heterogeneous population, we see that how we provide quality education, and the concept of flexibility comes in, because at the end of the day what we want, IGNO wants is that the programs, whatever an aspiring candidate wants, they have to achieve that. This is a goal. You complete a program and take up something, and you choose employability or opportunities elsewhere. So, given this scenario, let me say something about what, when I say flexibility is, and how this flexibility allows the learners to complete their programs in their own pace. So, let us see a course, a program, it could be a certificate program or so on. So, the minimum duration that is given is, for example, let us talk about a certificate program, minimum duration is 6 months. But the maximum period that is given is 2 years. So, it is not just for this certificate program, it is for the UG program or any other master level program. There is a minimum and maximum duration. So, for UG program, the minimum duration is say 3 years and the maximum duration is 6 years. So, the time span is there. So, a learner can parallelly, these days we talk about dual degree programs as well. You are parallelly taking up a kind of UG level program in a regular college or in university, and then you also take up another program simultaneously in IGNO, where it is correlated, because NEP 2020 talks about the concept of multidisciplinary and transdisciplinary approach of studies, where one studies is interconnected with the other. So, let us say aspiring a learner is pursuing MA in education in an university, let us say Nagaland University. So, simultaneously why not an MA in history or psychology or English, because these are something correlated, multidisciplinary, and this will help in bringing diverse perspectives when one goes for research and something else, to this is where NEP 2020 is talks about multidisciplinary concept, and we follow such a curriculum which is aligned with NEP objectives and the directions and guidelines given by NEP 2020. So, what I am talking about the concept of flexibility now. So, this is something where the time span, the duration. So, you have an idea of dual degree, you can also complete the program in your own pace, because as a working professional you have to devote so much time to your studies. And then when you have chosen a particular regional center, and you have chosen a particular regional center, and based on your locality you have chosen a particular learner support center, and let us say for some reasons you have got some job opportunity in Delhi or Hyderabad or elsewhere, you have to relocate. Now, there is a provision that you can change your regional center to wherever you go, right, and then you change accordingly your learner support center wherever you are located. This is one kind of an advantage, where you can immediately shift your location and also your own the study centers. This is one thing. And then when you are appearing for your exams, we have these term and exams which falls in December, January, and then in June and July also. Right now also IGNO is going on with its term and examinations. So, when they write these term and examinations, even at the time when they apply for the examinations, when they apply wherever they want to be, when they apply for the examinations, they can choose whichever center they want to appear for.
That's a great option.
So, when they apply for the particular exam, so they can say that a particular month I will be I will be staying in Chennai, or I will be staying in Guwahati or whatsoever. So, let me take my exams from there. So, you need not have to come all the way to your own place. And the beauty lies, another thing is that in spite of the maximum duration given and then the learner is unable to complete, still there is another provision called credit transfer.
Okay.
Okay. So, the let us say the the maximum duration is over, for undue reasons the learner has not completed the program. Now, what happens is that the learner can take a fresh admission, but for whatever the courses he or she has completed, those credits can be transferred provided that particular courses are there in whichever programs he has taken a fresh admission. So, that means whatever efforts that you have put in, that does not go waste.
Okay.
So, somewhere there is a carry forward as well, provided those courses are applicable in the fresh program that the learner is taking up. So, look at this number of flexibility that is given in terms of relocation, choosing your exam center, shifting your regional center as well. So, I think this is where open and distance learning system caters to. And I must also tell our viewers that when they go to the admission platform through the Samat portal, there is this ODL admission as well as online admission.
Okay.
Open and distance learning programs, where they have counseling sessions and different face to face or online interactions and all that. This is where how the curriculum and the pedagogy goes on, and we also have online programs.
Okay.
Very few programs, I think 45 plus programs are running in online mode. So, online mode is completely through the online system, where there is no such let us say coming to the regional center or to the learner support center and so on. So, only completely through the digital platform the particular learner has to perceive the required program. So, when an aspiring applicant is looking for some kind of program, they have to first look at these two, whether they are opting for a completely pure online program or they would go for an open and distance learning mode. Okay. So, in open and distance learning programs, when they have selected whatever they want, once the admission is over and enrollment, regional centers, we take an active role in and through the LHCs, we have this network through the learner support centers, where what we do is we start with an induction program. So, an induction program is nothing but an orientation given to all the freshly admitted candidates to see how they can navigate through the website, find out different information, resources. So, we are trying to give him the comprehensive view of how to function through their process of learning. So, this happens in the induction program, and then they also have these online or offline face to face counseling sessions, which is being conducted in the respective learner centers.
Okay.
And they have to take up the term and examination. So, it is all about a rigorous process. It is not that they just take up an admission and then they come for their exams and then they are done with their studies. It is not something like that. We are giving flexibility for them, so that they can complete the duration with the right kind of platform and with a kind of a robust atmosphere, where the pedagogy is such a way that it is outcome based.
Yeah, indeed. With your discussion, I am finally getting to realize that IGNO is providing such a flexible environment for the students compared to the traditional institutes. So, getting to know more about IGNO is a positive thing, and I am sure the viewers will also love to be a part of this very discussion. And also moving on to the next one here, ma'am. How does IGNO cater to the needs of underprivileged or working professionals, and what features make it an attractive option for these groups as well?
Well, that is a very relevant question that you have asked me. Talking about the underprivileged section, IGNO provides 50% fee discount waive off to SC and ST candidates, and for this when they apply, they have to produce income certificate of their parents, and they should be unemployed as well. Okay. So, the income should be less than 2.5 lakhs per annum of their parents, and they should not be employed. So, once they produce this, they get a fee waive off of 50%. They can take this advantage and then pursue their programs or whatsoever. But these provisions, there may be slight changes here and there, so they have to regularly visit the IGNO website and find out. But right now we are offering 50% waive off, and apart from this, if they opt for e-form of the books, rather than taking the printed
Physical,
material, electronic medias, if they opt for e-forms of the e-books, which they can download, there also they get a 15% discount when they are taking up the admission. Okay. And yeah, so you have also asked about the working professionals.
Yes.
See, we are talking about delivering quality educations and also giving employment opportunities. People who are working professionals who want to take up their career to the next level, or someone who is looking for promotion, or they want to go for some higher studies, whatsoever their objectives may be. So in this line, let's say a certificate program like creative writing in English, or functional English, or English as teaching English as a second language. Okay. So these are something like programs which can make them upgrade themselves, skill oriented, such a small 6 months course, PG diploma courses, PG diploma in taking there are, as I mentioned, food sciences, nutrition, law and so on. So whichever they can opt for. Now, I must tell you, there are also some programs like a certificate program in organic farming, or what is it called, poultry farming, solid waste management. Of course, some of these programs we are not running right now in under our regional center. There are a few reasons for that, but then these are the availability. So I have mentioned the plethora is there. They have to pick which is suitable for them. So skill oriented vocational programs as well, and there is this concept called 4-year undergraduate programs as well under NEP 2020, where when they look for these 4-year programs, there is this concept of multiple entry and exit points. So if they have chosen these 4-year programs, FIUP programs, 4-year undergraduate programs, it's a modular approach aligned with NEP 2020 guidelines. So under this, what happens is that a person who has taken, say, undergraduate program in English or whatsoever, so if they complete a first year, and for some reasons they are unable to complete the entire program, still they get a certificate. First year if they complete, 2 semesters if they complete, they get a certificate. They get a certificate they have completed. And then if they complete this 2 years, that is 4 semesters and so on, again they get a diploma for that. And if they complete the entire program, they get a again a degree program, graduation degree is awarded to them. So look at the kind of things that are available. Even if they have dropped out, still they earn for whatever efforts they have put in, they earn a degree. They get a certificate, they get a diploma certificate, or they get, if they complete, they get an an undergraduate certificate. So given these choices, I think there is ample opportunities in front of all our youngsters and those aspiring professional, working professionals and so on, to upgrade themselves, look for different opportunities.
So now, ma'am, as we are moving towards the end of this discussion, can you lastly let us know about the recognition and validity of IGNO? Like, are the degrees and certificates awarded by IGNO recognized by employees and also academic institutions and professional bodies? And also, what is the validity of IGNO degrees in India and abroad as well?
Yes, that's a valid question that you had put forward. See, whenever we talk about open and distance learning mode, usually there is an inhibition for any any learner who wants to pursue, whether what will happen once I complete my program, whether my program or the degree earned will be valid and so on. This kind of an inhibition comes in. But I must tell you that when we talk about IGNO degrees, whatever the degrees are being awarded by IGNO, they stand on par with any other universities. They are recognized by UGC and they stand on par with any other recognized UGC.
Okay.
The degrees awarded by any other conventional UGC. This is that is why we are a central university under the Act of Parliament. Under the UGC, we have got, you know, NAC has given A plus highest degree after its quality assessment. NRF ranking also we have stood first, you know, in 2024. So all these parameters, whatever we have achieved, talks all about you know, what IGNO is. So IGNO degrees, IGNO programs, you know, everything whatever we are discussing here, we are offering the best services.
Okay.
So there is there shouldn't be any second thought when you are applying, that whether my degrees would earn will be having a value or not. Yeah, I have seen you know, many working professionals, when you talk to them, they say that I have done MCA or MBA and they are working in multinational companies. They have earned their degrees from IGNO. So this is how they are working in you know, in IT sectors in Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad and so on. They have done their MBA and you know, so many MCA programs in this one IGNO.
Okay.
They are there, so they are our you know, live examples. You know.
Exactly.
So this is how it goes on. So in terms of degree and validity, there is no second thought in it.
Okay. All right, ma'am. As we have come towards the end of this discussion, is there any last message that you would like to give to our viewers who are also aspiring students and also would like to, you know, continue with their education as much as we have discussed? Is there any last message that you would like to give?
See, before we wind up, I have just you know, in detail talked about you know, IGNO, but I think I should also talk about our regional center, Kohima. So in regional center Kohima, under this we are having 16 learner support centers, spread across 12 districts across the state of Nagaland, and then we have one program specific you know, study centers. We have learner support centers right in Kohima and Dimapur, Mokokchung, Tunjang and Longlang, and then we have in Mon district. So it's spread across the state. And why this, you know, the purpose of having these LHCs spread across the state is to see that the education is spread to all the people across the state. So there shouldn't be any kind of inhibition from the learner that I am distantly located. You know, how do I perceive my studies? I may not be able to go out. No. IGNO is there to provide such an education. You may be sitting in you know, Tunjang, Longland or Mon. IGNO is there to provide that you know, educational opportunities, because the learner center is there, exam centers are there. So why not you know, grab this particular opportunity? And it is not IGNO is not just offering a couple of you know, program. It's diverse range of programs that we are offering, and as I have already mentioned, it's not only through the print media, it's also through the digital sources. We have these Gyan Darshan you know, platforms, TV channels, which the educational programs are broadcasted. We have Gyan Vani through radio platforms where the courses are being delivered. We have you know, Gyan Eco. So there is these are the archives where they can take up all these you know, resources through radio platforms, like I said, this one Gyan Vani, TV channels, Gyan Darshan, Gyan Dhara is also there. So there are these you know, different platforms where they can learn and pursue, and you know, they can achieve whatever dreams they are aspire. So let us not be you know, thinking about making our own boundaries. We have to have a broader perspectives and aspire for having this, take advantage of this you know, when UGC and NEP has given this idea of dual degree concept. Why not look into in that direction? Because a dual degree program which is multidisciplinary in nature, always it will be you know, helpful for our learners in the coming years.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Well, viewers, that was it for the discussion of our very own Indira Gandhi National Open University, also known as IGNO. We have learned a lot about the university itself, about the IGNO Institute itself, and also I would also like to let our viewers know that in Nagaland itself there are, you know, so many centers opened up in various major districts as well. So you can always pursue your degrees and also achieve your dreams through this very own IGNO Institute. That is all we have for now. Keep watching Doordarshan Kendra for more news and updates. This is Nufo Iyer signing off for Doordarshan Kendra.